All right.
What's going on, man?
How y'all
Your
doing
name
today?
is Harlem. That's your
Harlem.
Yeah.
name.
Yes. Yeah, my name Harlem.
So I'm assuming you from Harlem.
Nah, I'm from Jersey,
Oh
actually. Like,
God, man, you can't have a name like Harlem from Jersey.
it work out that way sometimes.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. So now that we got that out the way, we have Harlem here from Jersey. How many kids do you have?
I actually have three,
And how many are being alienated?
two,
Two. And how old are they?
Wait, how many women?
three.
Three.
Yeah.
So the two kids that are being alienated, they're by the same woman.
Nah, I got three different ones.
So all three of the kids, so two of the kids out of the three are being alienated, right?
Yes.
By two different women.
Yes.
Okay,
Man,
just want to
that's
get that.
Yeah,
So sorry,
it's rough. And you went through it, so you know how it go.
yeah, man. That's
we gonna get
tough.
into it. So how old are your babies? All three of them.
Um, the oldest one will be 10 in February coming in. The second one will be 8 December of this year. And the last one, 7 months.
Okay. Oh, so you got a little baby.
So
Yeah.
it's the two youngest that's being alienated, or the
No,
two
no, the two
oldest?
oldest.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
All right. So because it's two different kids, I guess we can start with the oldest child first. What's the history with you and that kid's mom? Were you in a relationship, situationship, married, one night stand? What that was like?
honestly, it was just a fiasco from the beginning. Like, how can I, like, basically, me being grown now, I understand that I was just moving crazy. You feel me? Like,
Uh, you
basically, I was,
you
I
was a player.
yeah, I was doing too much. I was doing too much.
I
Like
mean,
basically, I was in the halfway house coming from prison,
okay.
and I just did some stuff I should have been doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You were so how old are you now?
36.
And back then you was in your 20s. So yeah, okay, you was
Yeah,
young, you made some mistakes. And
yeah.
so y'all met and was dating. So that child is 10, right? Was it like this the whole 10 years or like what kind of just walk us through?
Honestly, I haven't seen that kid since it was one.
Oh,
Wow.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. So what happened with that? Y'all just split up? Like who ended how did it go left?
man. It was just, I don't like basically I ain't we ain't you got to think we don't really know each other like that. Period.
Okay.
Feel me? Like I met her through one of my other friends, and I just did some, and
Yeah. Okay.
so
Okay. And
you got to think I don't know her family, she don't know my family. We don't like it's no coping with nothing. You feel me? And
Hmm.
right.
at the time I'm still in jail.
Okay.
Okay.
You feel me? So basically, while she's pregnant, I'm going back into the halfway house every night. You feel me? Like, and you got to think on top of really not knowing the person on top of that. You feel me? So
So the baby, you said up until the baby was one. So what happened? Did she relocate, or did y'all just
yeah,
lose
yeah. She
contact?
she ended up moving to Pennsylvania,
Okay. Okay.
and I ended up getting a violation probably maybe 2 months or so before I was about to like be finished. I ended up going back to prison, and then when I came out, she like, oh yeah, come stay with me in Pennsylvania, and you got to think I don't have nothing. I'm coming from prison. You feel me?
Hmm.
So now you got to think that's another extra pressure that you got to think we men. Don't nobody want to. Everything just not good within the whole situation. You know what
Okay.
I mean?
So did you move to Pennsylvania, or you just opted not to?
I actually did.
Okay.
So how was that? It just didn't work
For me
out.
personally, it's stressful.
Okay.
What
Like
made it so stressful?
I don't know nobody. All right, now I'm coming from jail. I ain't even on the thinking like to be legal or nothing. I'm like, dang, I don't know nobody. I can't get nothing going. I don't have no money. Everything just bad. And just sitting there. sitting somewhere you don't know nothing going on, and
So
you got nothing.
what went left with you? What made you leave Pennsylvania? Like what caused the split after the 1 year? Because I'm
Um,
assuming you was there for 1 year, right?
I
Or
wasn't. I stayed there for a little bit, and I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not a dude
okay,
that could just sit up and you think you could, oh, you could get a little job and support me, and I'm not like that. You feel me? So
Okay.
I ended up going back to my mom crib. Oh, you want to go to your mom crib, sleep on the couch? Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, bro, this is gonna be a better situation for me to do what I need to do so I can support my life because I like having kids, but you have to have stability. Without really stability, you ain't gonna get nowhere. Like,
That's true, especially not living in a place where you know nothing. So, I mean, that's understandable. And you young, just given a history, it's hard to do. We both know because we were relocated, and just even if you got some means, it's still not easy to
it
navigate
still
in
ain't
a
easy. Yeah, it
foreign
still ain't easy.
place. Yeah, yeah. So you decided to go back. Of course, she wasn't happy about that,
Exactly.
and she, I guess, remained there, and y'all just couldn't co-parent effectively, being in two different states. Is that what the problem was, really, initially, the distance, or like
Um,
how did it go?
you gotta think at the same time we don't really know each other like that either. You feel me?
so
So
you was just doing something at the time.
exactly, just all right. I got a kid. Let me try. You feel me?
Okay.
Because it's new to me. She already got kids. You feel what I'm saying? That's my
Okay.
first
Okay.
kid. So
So we're assuming that once you did that, you were a deadbeat in her eyes.
basically, and I just basically, so I just stayed and I just was trying to get myself together. And you gotta think, I'm out here, she out there. I'm doing whatever I want to do. You feel me?
So what was you doing as far as helping out with the kid?
Nothing. I couldn't. I ain't have nothing to help.
Okay. So all right. So how long did that go on?
Man, I don't really know like the exact timing, but maybe probably like hmm, maybe a couple months, like a couple months.
Okay. So did you ever gain like contact? Was she letting you talk to the baby? Was it like
Um, when I got myself together, I actually went. I went back out there. I drove out there. I come out there, and you got to think I'm trying to just. You got to think I just want to be with my kid at the end of the day. And
right?
you got to think she probably wanted a relationship. I ain't there at that time. I ain't thinking about that.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
So okay, so you said it's been 9 years.
Yeah.
But you went back out there. I guess the baby was still a baby.
Yeah, it was
And
still a baby.
okay, so what happened? Did you have some more troubles where you had to stay away? Where it would be that just a because 9 years is a long time. So you
Yeah,
got to
yeah. I
understand.
don't even. You got to think I don't even honestly know that kid for real.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Look,
what happened? Because if you was willing to try and you was going, you had went back out there a time or two. What
mm.
just made it go just completely stop? Was it drama? Was you feeling like
Yeah, yeah. And it was a lot of drama, arguing, fighting back and forth, going through situations like that. You feel me? And
Okay.
I'm
So did she keep the kid away from you, or did you just leave
like
in a bit?
at first she would just, like that's how I was going. Like I'm staying in Jersey, I wouldn't be able to get the kid. Then she'd just pop up, drop the kid off, bam. I'd like I might not hear from them for 2 months. She'd come drop the kid off at my mom crib, bam. I'm like, oh, all right. I'll be with him a little bit. She'll get him, and I won't hear from them for a minute. You got to think we don't got contact with each other or nothing. Like honestly, right now today, I don't know where she live at. I don't have her number and no contact period. I don't really know her.
okay? So, because you got to understand when people watch this, they're gonna be calling you a deadbeat, right? Because they don't know,
Absolutely, absolutely,
right? So
absolutely.
that's why we ask and we pull
Mhm.
in and try to get more information so that you do have a fair shot to share your side. So how do you feel about how it went? Like, what is your take on it? Do you feel like you could have done something better? If you could go back in time, would have kept the what would that look like?
I ain't gonna lie. If I could go back in time, I would probably just try harder on like fixing the situation to where I could be with my kid. You feel what I'm saying?
So
Because
you
that
do
was,
feel like it was on you.
nah, I feel like it was on both of us.
Okay.
Right.
Because she left, she moved. That made it harder for you to be with your kid.
I
And
still
then
would have did what I had to do for my kid.
So how are you now financially? When did you get financially stable?
Oh, honestly, for a long time now, like,
So I'm
like I
talking about
think
back then. So let's just backtrack a little bit. So you said you left because you had to get your paper together.
hmm
So how long did that take before you got your paper together to say, okay, I'm ready to have my kid now?
I never not wanted to get my kid.
Yeah, okay.
Like even when I didn't have anything going on, I still wanted my kid.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta think once things not going good in the relationship wise and that type of stuff, it's kind of harder to deal with the other person.
yeah, and especially being in another state, but
So what were some of them things that she made difficult for you?
right.
Like just me not being able to get my kid.
Like, okay, you call and say, I want to come pick him up and bring him back with me, and she say no, or I just want to come see him, and she say no.
Both.
Okay, so like, what was her reasons? Because she didn't
Um,
want her baby to be outside of the state they lived in,
nah,
or
not even that. It was basically more of her not wanting me to be messing with other girls and stuff like that.
and having the
Uh,
baby around it.
I don't I couldn't speak from that side of the point.
Okay, so today, right now, you haven't seen your son. You don't. I mean, is it a son or a daughter? I'm sorry.
Son,
yeah.
Okay, you haven't been with your son. You don't really feel like y'all have a connection. You don't know much about him. Is that something you want to change today? Do because he's only
yeah,
10. I mean, you
yeah,
still
absolutely.
have time, to get in his
Oh no,
life.
I'm never gonna give up on like wanting to be in my child's life ever. And like
So what are you doing? Are you trying to take her to court or
I
like what's
honestly
your
don't have no.
plans?
Like I just know she in Pennsylvania. I don't know where she at. I don't know how to I don't know anything about anything.
So yeah, because you said y'all didn't know each other. So you don't know her
Right.
family, you don't know anything.
Exactly.
So, so you don't like it's no
Man,
social media or nothing where you could.
Nothing. Nothing.
man, that's
So
tough.
yeah, I know that's probably something that's hard for you, not knowing
Yeah,
the whereabouts of
like
your
I don't have any contact to even reach out and try to fix anything at this current time and like period.
Okay. So all right, let's hop to the next
next
child.
situation.
The next child. So what happened with that situation?
I kind of met her like maybe a year that year right there.
Right, because she about to be 8. That this baby about to be 8,
All right,
right?
so I think them two people overlap.
Right. So before you even tell us, did the first kid's mother know that you had a second child?
Yes.
Did it even get to that point? Was that a problem as
Yeah.
well?
She exactly. She felt like I was trying to have another kid to replace the first kid because of me not being able. Well, her not being giving me that kid.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So that just made her be more
Yeah,
difficult with you.
it made it worse. Yes.
Okay, got it. So you can
Mm-hmm.
continue. So you with this? Were you? How was that with that baby mama? Was that a relationship?
Um.
Situation.
Situation? Same thing.
At first we were just cool, and then we started kind of messing around like that.
Okay.
Okay, so if y'all was cool, you had a baby together, it was going smooth. When did that go left? What age was the baby with that situation when it went left?
Mm, probably before he even was born. Honestly.
Wow. She must you was still trying to be a player or what?
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I was
Even
just.
though that shouldn't have nothing to do with you being a father,
Right.
you should
But
still be allowed to be in your kid's life. But
but at the same time, I could look back and say, yeah, I was like doing too much when I was younger. But at the same time, you're right. It don't got nothing to do with the kid. But that's not gonna stop somebody else from feeling a certain way.
Okay, so Did she know about the first kid
Yeah,
and what you was going through?
yeah, exactly what I was going through.
And still turned around and did the same exact thing, basically.
Exactly, because she got the blueprint from the first person. Because you got to think when you sitting there telling somebody like, "Damn, I'm going through this. I feel like this," and you telling somebody, "Damn, yo, I don't. This right here don't feel good. Like, man, I'm missing my kid. I don't like. It's bad." So you got to think when they mad at you, that's what they're going to use to shoot the shots at you.
Okay, so
How did that go left?
yeah.
Same thing, just being outside
So she caught you cheating or something, or
all the time, all the time.
Okay.
okay? So then at that point, what did she say? Like, well, you're not gonna be around this baby. How did she leave? Like, how did that? How did y'all lose the connect?
Exactly like that. Like she'd just like boom, she'd be mad, leave, go with her parents, be done with. I don't. We ain't talking no more.
But
She'll leave.
you were trying to be active still in the second
Yeah,
kid's
yeah,
life as well, right? Because
yeah. But you gotta think.
okay,
By the time I had that kid, I got my own place. Everything kind of smooth. Everything alright at that point in time.
okay, okay, yeah.
So like, it's your boy said do exactly that. You think they was just trying to weaponize the kids to just use it against you, or
Exactly, because I been basically I'm like my personality. I'm always going to try to do my best at anything I put my mind to. Like I'm
Mhm.
always going to try to like work, do what I got to do, and stuff like that. So a person when they start like hating you and y'all have relationships and they ain't go right, they only going to use what they know would make you feel bad about something.
Right,
Like they're
they'll
not
use it against you. Exactly.
exactly, and that's kind of what happened with me.
So how long has it been since you connected with this kid?
Um, basically when she going through her little issues, she had give them to me. She had contact me. Yo, I get somebody to actually get my kid. Like I've been FaceTiming them for the probably like the last maybe year. I ain't seen them in 2.5 years.
Where
Bro.
are they? Are they in a different state?
Yeah, they in Jersey. I basically this is what happened. I moved to Georgia because of all the bad stuff that my second baby mom was doing to me.
Okay, okay,
so that's where you at
okay. So
now?
that's where you are now.
Yeah, I live in Georgia.
Okay.
Okay, so it's yet another interstate distance between
Yeah,
you.
yeah, basically.
So what was she doing to you to make you leave?
Man,
Like
That's
you
why
gonna
we
have to
here.
right, you gonna have to
man,
dig
hey
deep
yo,
because I'm telling you, these people gonna be like, he a deadbeat. Two
I ain't gonna
kids,
lie.
you the
I honestly don't care how nobody feel about me.
no, I
I
mean
ain't
that's
even.
fair, but I'm just saying for the sake of you getting your story out. Like
Yes.
we don't care what they have to say either, but this is for you to tell us
Your
what's
side.
happening,
Yeah.
right? And so we just know that it's not enough information to really tell people like why are you the common denominator? You got two women, and it's possible. Don't get me wrong. That's not what we're saying. But we just want you to be able to express that this is real. Like, yes, she did this, and she did this. This is what they doing. This is why I haven't been able to see my kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are
Um.
some of the games did she play? Did she badmouth you to your kid, or like what is
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. Like basically, like for the last few years, I really don't even really like be paying her no mind. Like like my son, you got to think he's 7. He about to be 8. I call him on Facetime. We kick it like that. But it's just I ain't like basically when me and her was together, I always got caught cheating and stuff like that. So she always was mad, trying to treat me funny, all that, like that type of stuff. So
Okay.
then she knew, like, I don't care what you go do. If you go do whatever you gotta do, I don't. It is what it is. I'm only gonna be like mad if you like not. I'm not being able to be around my kid when me and my kid have a relationship already. You feel me? Cause you gotta think, I already went through that bad situation with the first one, so I'm like, damn, I ain't trying to go through this again. So I'm trying hard to just be with my kid. You feel
Okay.
me? Like,
So when did you move? What age was your second child when you moved?
He was. I was like 30. Yeah, when I moved out here.
No, what age was the child?
What he was?
If he's 7 now, well, he
Yeah,
was
word.
6.
Yeah, nah.
Because aren't you 36,
He
right?
was, yeah, word. He was about to be like 2.
Okay, so you've been in Georgia,
Oh, you said you've been in Georgia since you was 30. Okay,
so I'm
gotcha.
Yeah,
assuming that the your 7 month old is there.
yeah. He
With,
from here. She from here.
so you're with her mom in a
Yeah,
relationship.
yes,
So you're seeing your daughter every day, right? So
yes.
like, so this is really the first experience that
Yeah,
you're
this is my
getting
first time actually like getting this
being a
experience.
father from
Yeah,
day one.
yes.
All right, so this is the question. This is the $1 million question right here. Why you didn't take him to court?
Um, at that point in my time, at that point in time in my life, I wasn't working. I wasn't doing. I was going to jail and stuff like that. Like, and then when I did go to court, I'm talking about it never went in my favor, not one time. So I basically just gave up. Like, man, that court don't work for a person like me that been through like the struggles outside of being a parent. I got locked up when I was 19 years old. You feel me? I went to
Hmm.
prison, did my time. I came home and went right back to prison. Now you got to think when I come home this time, I end up in these situations. I don't. You got to think I don't even really know how to deal with anything yet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, that happens to a lot of men. Like we know that just the just of, and this is not to make excuses, because being that we fought a custody battle and had to pay money that we really didn't have, but we made
Right.
sure we had it for that.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, people don't really understand that it is something that you have to, number one, have the courage to do, and number two, you got to have the knowledge, you got to have information, you got to have support, you got to know what you're getting into. Our
Right.
culture is not just keen on, nobody who likes court. I don't even like going to traffic court, right? So we get that part, but I
Now,
guess what we're really
I've
trying to,
been to court. I've been to court.
like, are you on child support or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that?
I'm on child support for one
For
of them.
for both of them? Oh,
For one,
the first one or the second one?
second one.
Okay, so like, how is that? Like from
I don't have no.
where she's at
Honestly
in
don't.
New York,
It's in
Pennsylvania.
Jersey. Honestly,
New
Jersey.
Jersey.
I have no issue with like child support. I feel like all right, my kid there, like my man, you could be going through stuff, but you still need help.
No,
I
I'm saying in terms of, and this is different for each state, but typically when you get put on child support, that establishes rights. That establishes some type of basis for you to get your custody or visitation.
I have
So,
I have the 50/50 non-custodial parent and all that. But all right, now
okay.
in New Jersey, say I'm supposed to get my kid, right?
Hmm.
If she say no, only thing I can do is go to court and put in a motion. But you gotta think I don't live like all right, my son, she was supposed to let my son come with me for the summer. This summer that just passed. She ain't do it. Now what I'm supposed to do is file with the court and they're gonna give me a court date. You gotta think that
Mm-hmm.
might take 2 months. 2 months go by, where he back at? School.
Man, that's
That's
what
the
you,
guy. That's
that's
the name of the guy.
yeah.
We get it though, because the thing is, it's hard to, because we understand, because we fought and fought, and it was interstate. Luckily it was in our backyard, but the other parent, it wasn't. So they had
Mm.
to come here 1,000 miles away every time it was court, every time it was a hearing, every time it was whatever, because that's what you just have to do when you fighting for your kids. Now, not to throw no shade to you, but at the end of the day, when you got to fight, you got to fight. You in a
Yeah,
position where you had to fight. If you said that these women kept your kids from you, it's your responsibility to reverse that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying you didn't do what you could in your best self, but at the end of the day, that's just the basis of it. Like, that's what we tell
yeah.
people, like, you have to
I,
do whatever it takes.
I'm personally for me, right? why do I gotta go so hard just to be in a situation with my kid that I created with you?
That's the
Now,
question every man asks.
like, all right, now it's like I gotta jump through hoops of fire just to be around a kid that's mine also. Now, I like I don't have no like nowadays I'm older. I don't mind going to court and stuff like that. But then it's
Right.
like, why can't we just be grown people and just make sure that the kid is straight? It ain't about us. It ain't about
True.
Yeah,
it ain't about us parents. We supposed to just do the best to make sure that this kid is being able to prosper in life the right way.
Yes.
that's absolutely right.
Yes.
But let me let you know something. You can't never reason with crazy. You see how you think your logic.
Yeah.
These women that's in this realm, they not thinking like that. They thinking about every way to destroy you.
And also, like a lot of them know how to play with the system to weaponize it
Absolutely.
against you to where like I ain't gonna lie, I'm
Yes.
honestly like just discouraged at this point in life. Like with me personally, like man, because so like basically right now I'm just trying to get all my things in order. So like at least I'm gonna leave my kids with something that's gonna make sure that they straight when I ain't here no more. You feel me? Like
Okay, so before you continue, because I know that that's the direction it's going in, because you being transparent and we respect you. I respect this is your story, this is your kids, your life, right? At the end of the day, you choose what's best for you in your life and your kids. Everybody makes that decision as an adult. It's plenty of men that get to the point that you are at and they stand on that, because the reality is if you feel like you're hitting a brick wall and you're not getting nowhere, I mean, what more can you do? We know that behind this a lot of men unalive themselves and do all type of crazy things. If that's not, you,
definitely.
right. If that's not you and you have to pull back and do it, how you want to do it, that's your choice. That's your the path that you choose to take.
No,
And that's what we
honestly,
getting at with it, that it seemed like because it was interstate, because we don't know what would have happened if y'all lived up the street from each other. We can't say what you would have did. But personally, I just think because it was the battle of having a fight between both states, you gotta travel, you gotta do this. We did it. So I know that you trying to do that in two different directions, people can't even do it in the same town.
Even
So
especially with not even having the knowledge for real.
so I'm just trying to
and I
give grace
all
on
right,
that
you got
end and
like,
just think that this is why you didn't pursue it, because it's just it's the
it's
distance.
not what I basically just gave up on the pursuit on the like the court side of things because every time I went to court, it didn't work. Like, all right, now check this out, right? With the pandemic and all that, she ended up being pregnant. So she had to go through what that right there. She gave me my kid. My kid was living out here with me for a year.
That was when you should have made your move.
Look. I went to court and everything, right? They told me to give the kid back to her. Now, mind you, check like I got my own crib. Everything is all right here. Is extra like I got extra room. Everything is straight. They telling me to give my kid back to her.
Did your kid did he go to school there?
Nah, he wasn't school age yet.
And that was the
That's
problem.
the problem. And so this thing, and the thing that I hate the most about this is the fact that your kid is being tug of war
And
in
Yeah.
all these
it's to the
different
point.
directions.
It's to the point where now I think he understand like I gotta talk to my dad this way. I gotta talk to my mom this way. Because you got to think I do still talk to him here and there, but maybe the last I'm gonna say 2 months I haven't talked to him.
If you
Yeah.
if you was educated during that time, that would have been the best time for you to bust that move.
Yes.
You just didn't have the
Yeah.
information you needed to know what to
Yeah,
do, and that
Cause
yeah.
after
happens.
six,
I
cause after
still was on.
6 months,
I,
that's established the kid's residency, and the kid was there with you for a whole year. See, what you should have
I
did was probably
I still
filed.
was on child support while he was staying with me here.
Yeah, cause child support and family court
Two
is two
different
different
things.
It's
things.
two different things. Yeah, I know. I know that now.
But you probably should have filed with with Georgia or something like that, because Well, probably not because you said Pennsylvania has jurisdiction, but it was something that you could have did within that period.
Yeah, it would have.
Like
It would
yeah,
have. It definitely probably wouldn't have been open and closed. We're not saying that, but it just would have gave you a better chance, right, to substantiate a better agreement because you could prove that you was able to care for that child for a year. And
yep.
so
I'm talking about.
I'm looking in the
I didn't
comments and
get
I
I
see.
didn't get a penny from her. Period. I never asked. I never like never tried to
But
say
I
nothing
think
about it.
they only doing that because you allow them to. So it seemed like both of them when they in hard times they drop the baby off, but when they not,
Yeah,
they you can't you don't
Yeah,
see them. So
they spoon feeding you
yeah,
your
yeah.
so
own
I've
kid.
been going through that for the last
so
few
that's
years.
but the only way to get around that is court. Like
Mm,
for real, like you cannot reason with people like that because they're gonna keep using you because they playing off of your guilt because you probably feel like you want to be there in your kid's life, you can't, so you feel guilty. Like, come on. But how long is that gonna happen? Like, how is your girlfriend feeling? Y'all live together with the new baby?
yeah.
So how is she feeling
Because
if
those are your baby siblings. And the
Mm,
reality is, even though they all small now, I mean, you don't want them to grow up not knowing each other. I know that's probably not what you intended. I don't think anybody ever intends for it to
man,
be
I ain't
that
go.
way.
Yeah, I ain't see it being like this. But nah, she's. I ain't gonna lie. Me and her mad like cool. You feel me? Like so. She's see what go on with me and the second one, but she don't know the first one. You feel me? Because I don't really know
Yeah,
them either.
yeah.
and not to get in your business, I mean you can share it if you want or if you don't. When you went to jail, was it like a violent crime or was it
Yeah, the first time, yeah.
oh okay.
Okay, that because that could be factored into family court if they want to use that against you. We know that that's not a good thing, but the whole thing behind it, like I know you want to share your story. What's the basis of where you are now with it? Like, what are
Oh
you
no,
thinking about doing? What are your plans? Like, what do you want to get
I
out
ain't
there?
gonna lie,
What is it you want to let us know?
man. I was so nervous about. I ain't want to come on here or nothing because I don't be like on the internet or nothing. But like honestly, like my life is kind of like normal. Everything is stable. I don't be in the mix of nothing no more. I ain't been in trouble in years. Like I'm talking. I can't remember the last time I've
Congratulations
been
to
in
that,
like.
man.
Yeah, you grew up. You a grown ass
Yeah,
man
nah,
now.
for real.
And consider
Yeah,
yourself
like
lucky, man, because we got a lot of young black males
That don't make
that
it.
don't make it. To say what you
nah,
saying.
for real.
So
Nah, for real. So like now, I just want basically to take care of my family and do what I got to do as a man. Like, and with my past, it's too hard for me to go on the court route because on paper, I don't look like who the man I am today.
Yeah,
It's just oh,
definitely.
he was convicted of this before. You got to look kind of crazy. And
yeah, man,
But
it's
this
tough.
is the thing. I, people always think that they have to go for the gusto, right?
nah, I'm
That's
cool with just a little bit. I just want to be
and
able
that's
to be
that's
in my
all that
kid's
I'm
life so
trying
they
to
know
be
me as
clear
their
about.
father.
That's all I'm trying to be clear
I
about.
just want to be the father to my kid, to my kids. I don't want no issues, no or none of that. Like, and I'm willing to be a grown man and take care of my situations if I'm able to.
The thing about this is the first child, you got to go fight for that. But for that second one, you already got your 50-50 custody and she's playing with
Mm.
your kids. No. She should never ever play with your kids. And every time she don't follow that order, you need to go file a motion
Yeah,
because you gotta let her know
that you standing on
I'm not
business,
playing with that.
and
And
that don't got nothing to do with your past. A order, a court order is there, and they are supposed to enforce it. We hear this all the time. Well, they don't do this, and they just give us a slap on the wrist, and they this and they that, because we know that the legal system is messed up. We understand, especially in New Jersey, like that area, that region, baby. We know that it is a hot mess, like for real. But it's really like that across the board. You just have to get strategic, and you got to educate yourself, and you got to know how to go in there and do what you got to do. Don't get discouraged because you've been told no, because you're not going to get what you're looking for every single time. But when you think about your son and what he's missing out on, that is what the fight that you need to go back and do it, because you still have time. He's only 8.
And
Yeah.
that's one thing that that we don't understand about family court. It's a strategy. We think that we can go in there and get instant results, and that's not how family court works.
You
It's a
know.
strategy. You got to chip away at it until eventually you either gain custody or you get what you've been trying to fight for this whole time,
Yes.
which is your kids.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and that's a one thing you got to keep in mind. And man, it's tough, bro.
At
It's
least,
tough.
at least you gotta start a basis, like with your second kid. Now, the first kid, I know that that's just overwhelming to even think about, not even knowing what somebody is to even start any type of process. But it's avenues you can take. It's definitely some avenues you can take. You don't have to rely on just the basis of not thinking that you can't do anything, because it's always you can start from somewhere. Whether that's figuring out social medias, getting a private investigator, doing things that can help you locate them, at least the school systems, the last area they lived in, speak to the school about it. If you on that baby birth certificate, they can't deny you those records. If they say that they transferred the kid from one school to the next school, you contact that school. It's a way you can find them. It's
I never knew that.
always a way you can find them.
I
Yes.
never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You on the baby birth certificate?
Yeah.
You the legal father.
Right.
So with that, just that alone, you can go to Pennsylvania and figure out
Yes.
where's your baby.
You know what location? I mean, what area she used to be in? Just
Yeah,
call
call
some
some schools.
schools.
Hey, you got this student there. You got
You
this.
can go right in there and go get your baby right out of school and go talk to him and
And
do whatever you
you'll be
want.
surprised how you flirt with a secretary and can find out every damn thing, where she worked, where they at, where they went,
Especially with the one,
everything.
especially for the one that we talking about that don't have no order. You could definitely do that with them, with that one. Now the other one, you got 50-50, so you already got those rights, I'm assuming, because 50-50, the court orders are broken down in different
Yeah.
sections, like far as
Every other
schooling,
holiday.
medical.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
got
so
you got to get insurance and all that. Yeah, all that is I got that one on that one.
Yeah,
okay.
you definitely got a basis.
So
It's
let
just not that you don't have nothing. So don't think like that. Just know it. Take baby steps. You got to really program your mind to understand that this stuff is not an overnight type of thing.
yeah,
Stop listening to people telling you that, yeah, this, that. Yeah, we know how the legal system works, but at the end of the day, it's their system. Either you gonna make a decision to walk away, or you gonna make a decision to fight. But you can't have one foot in and one foot out. That's not gonna serve you or your kid.
yeah, because them years be flying, man.
They go by.
They go by fast, and you don't want to get caught. So let me ask you this before we get up out of here. So how was your mental of all of this, not being able to see your kids, and how did you deal with that?
Man, at first I used to be like always like mad, going through stuff within myself, like, and then after a while you kind of get used to it. Like, you gotta think I'm used to not seeing my kid after a couple of months. Then I get him. Then I don't see him for a couple of months. Then I get him. It's kind of normal. So it's like, all right, I don't see him now. I bet I just gotta just suck it up. I'm a man. I gotta get up and do what I gotta do. You gotta get up and go to work. You gotta get up and make sure you can do what you gotta do. So
Mm-hmm.
after a while, it just become like normal. Once you go through a couple years on end, like boom, I ain't seen him for 3 months. I bet get him for see him for a little bit. Now you don't see him 5 6 months. Bam, 7 8 months. Time just going. Time just going, and you get used to it.
Until you have another little baby, and that baby looking at you, and you looking at that baby, and then you thinking about your other two babies.
Nah, I never stopped thinking about my kid.
No,
Period.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I know having this your baby girl really, really, really is resonating even more now, because I know it's a void there when you can't have your kids. Like
Yeah,
that's
like
the whole thing. It's about like you trying to feel. I hope I'm not speaking for you. Tell me that I'm saying something
nah, you
right.
right. Cause you like think you want your kids to be together and know each other and like
Exactly.
be
Like
siblings.
you being a father to your child, and this is what when we had to fight, because we go to the bat for y'all, and I'm not gonna lie, like I already know what people would think and say when they hearing the host, because they don't even understand a father that's going to court and fighting. They still blame him. A father that's fighting every day in court, paying child support, doing everything, ain't missed no gaps, and then trying to see his kid for their whole life, and they are still down him, degrade him, belittle him, bash them, all that. So I know in your case, they're gonna just try to label you. But honestly, from hearing the story, we all can pass judgment. That's not what we really here for. We really trying to get down to the bottom of what's your plans, because we care about these kids and we care about their future. And so that's why I'm saying, and I don't want to speak for you, but I'm just saying this is what I think it is for you. That now that you have your baby, you've been a father for 7 months, no days off. That's a different it's giving you a different feeling for something that you never did before. You got gaps, say snatching your kids, playing with them, doing this, doing that. That's different for your case that you in now. And so
Yeah.
I know that it's making you want to get your kids. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like I ain't gonna talking to y'all. I'm definitely going like put in a little paperwork.
I'm gonna do something a little different tonight.
Sure.
So if your kids was watching right now, what would you say if you could talk to your kids right now? What would you say to them?
Starting with your 10-year-old.
I don't even know. I don't think words could like describe how I feel about it.
You gotta say something. If he's watching right now, he know you his daddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Is it
I
because
think
it's a disconnect?
nah, it ain't even that. I don't think it's a word strong enough to even come up with the situation on how I feel about it. Like
Nah. So how do you feel about him, dear? Let me ask you that. What would you tell him if you seen him right now today?
I don't know, man. Like that's like a loss for words, honestly. Like, cause like
Do you dread that day? Like, are you even ready? Because we talking about a 10-year-old, so he's very touchy.
nah, honestly, yeah. I would love
He
to
gonna
see that.
have some questions. He's definitely, and ain't no
Nah,
telling what he's been told.
Yeah.
It's no telling
Oh,
what he really
and I'm
thinks.
and I'm glad you just mentioned that because this
yeah,
this this is the scary part about all of this. Why we tell fathers to fight because you only thinking about okay, she's not letting me see my kid, but
yeah. You
every
we ain't think
every
we ain't think
every
about how
every
they
mother
feel.
every mother is not a good parent. So you don't know what's going on or what your kid is going through. Your kid could be getting abused. She could be telling him all bad things about you to make the kid hate you or dislike you. It's all type of stuff. It could go really deeper than what you think on the surface of just you not being able to see your kid. So this is why the importance of why we tell fathers to fight because you don't know what's going on in that household. Like your
Nah,
kid could be
for real.
getting abused. So this is why you gotta get on top of it.
We just
Yeah,
saying it's possible when you can't see. It's the unknown. That's the scariest shit in the world. And this is somebody that you don't even know like that. You admitted that yourself. So you don't know no family history. You don't know anything about this
Exactly.
girl. You don't know what's going on, but that's still your flesh and blood. That's still your kid.
nah,
So
for real.
this is how we coming. Like you kind of a little different for us. We not used to a story like this, and that's why we pulling so hard because we trying to get through to you to let you understand what we doing, what we about, and how we move in these instances. Because it's really about these kids.
Yeah.
We care about how you feel, but not
Nah, I ain't
really.
gonna lie.
Like
When it
we
comes to
need
that,
to know what you gonna do about it.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, you don't want to get that.
Cause we scared thinking about the fact that you ain't seen your kid in 9 years.
Man, you don't want to get to your
After
son.
what we've been through,
You don't. I'm telling you, the worst feeling. You think you feeling bad now. You don't want to get to your son and he tell you, "Oh, my mama been beating me since I was 4 years old."
or anything that's just the unthinkable that you don't even know what to do about or say about. Like you saying you at a loss for words, not just because it's been so long, you just don't even know. Just probably, I know you feel like we putting you on the spot, but I'm not going to apologize to you for that because that's what this is about. We need that. You know what I'm saying? You need that. That's what this is about. And so it's really just to say, hey, this could happen. You don't know what this may bring. You don't know what can happen. So when you see this little boy and he looking at you in your face, you better be ready. You might not be able to have the words right now, but after you get off this live, you better think about it. Because
Yeah.
you owe that to him. He did not ask to be here. He didn't
Yeah, it ain't
ask
his
for
fault.
y'all to be messed up and y'all can't get it, whatever. That's not on him. So he's gonna need that reassurance to understand why he ain't seen his daddy in 9 years.
Yeah,
That's on you still. It's on
Nah,
her
that's
too,
right.
but
it's
it's
on.
you. A son need their father.
Now,
A boy need their
Nah, I
if
think
you
so.
did everything you did, I'm not telling you to go broke or can't take care of the rest of your family
right,
behind this.
right.
But what I'm saying to you is you gotta fight to your best ability without destroying you and the rest of your family. If you could do that, do that. And I appreciate you, man, for coming up here,
And thank
man.
you so much for your transparency.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
this ain't something you do, so we respect you just on that level that you even took the time out to share this with us because we know it's not easy. Just to even be accountable in moments that
yeah,
you never really gave accountability for. If you know that you could have did some things better, you know what it is. Go get your kids, man.
yeah.
Mhm.
I appreciate you, man, and salute to you. Like she said, man, you took accountable for everything that you did wrong in the situation. You grew up, you a man, and you
You
coming for
raising
what's
your baby
yours.
girl now, like
So
so.
I
Even if
respect that.
people, want to say that you a deadbeat, I don't know. You maybe halfway, maybe halfway, but we trying to get you to the other side, and so
But
it's all good.
and that's
That's
the
all
main thing.
respect.
That's the main thing we preach. If you're a father that's listening,
It's never too late.
yes, it's never
It's
too
never too
late,
late.
and he could be considered could be considered a deadbeat, or he could just be a man that don't have the knowledge, didn't have the knowledge at the time to know how to fight, and this is why it's very important.
It's critical, and this is you just proved the struggle. You part of it. You been in it. You know about it, and that's the whole thing. We men have to speak up so that other men can get it. It's somebody that's gonna
Nah,
see this like
I,
I'm
I
waiting
think
for
us
him
men, I think we talk amongst each other in the background.
and get nowhere. The blind leading the blind, and
Exactly.
that's all I'm gonna say about
Exactly.
that.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
man. Good night,
Good
man.
night. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
and keep us posted. We gonna be looking, checking up, and seeing what's going on.
All right.
All right.
All right. Good night.